Hey, welcome here. So glad you made it. Right now, just let yourself settle in. Find that comfortable spot, somewhere you can completely let go. And if you haven't done it yet, take a moment to read that pre-session incantation we mentioned. It'll set the tone perfectly for what's to come. Just pause here for a moment if you need to, and when you're ready, let's get started. All right, now, as you listen to these words, there's really nothing you need to do except just be here. However that feels right for you. You might notice your breathing naturally slowing down and your body starting to unwind. This is your time. After all, no pressure, no expectations, just a slow, gentle drift inward. And with each breath, maybe you begin to notice a sense of curiosity, like a soft whisper of change stirring somewhere deep inside. So, let's start with something simple. Let's begin by noticing how things are. Right here, right now. Feel the ground beneath you, the air around you, and maybe even the subtle rhythm of your own heartbeat. It's okay to let that awareness expand, like ripples in a still pond, gently spreading outward. And as you continue to breathe, maybe you start to sense how each exhale carries away a bit of tension, a bit of heaviness, making it easier to simply be present. And as you allow yourself to go deeper into this awareness, it's like you're stepping into a safe, warm space where you can truly observe things as they are. You might find yourself thinking about those familiar moments when stress seems to rise up unexpectedly, like a wave that builds, pulling you toward food. But right now, we're not fighting it. We're not judging it. We're just noticing it. Letting it be here, just as it is. There's a certain kind of power in noticing, in simply observing without reacting. Maybe you're already feeling that sense of pause, a small, quiet gap between the urge and the action. This pause is yours, like a tiny window that allows you to choose. And as you become aware of this pause, you might notice that it starts to grow, becoming longer, clearer, a space where your true power lies. You don't have to force anything. Just let it unfold naturally. It's almost like watching clouds in the sky. They come and go, drifting by without you having to do a thing. And those clouds can represent old patterns, habits that once felt necessary, like emotional eating when stress felt overwhelming. But now, you're becoming the observer of those patterns, seeing them from a distance and feeling a kind of compassion for yourself, for all the times you tried to cope the best you could. As you sink a bit deeper now, let's go back to when this habit might have first taken hold. You don't need to remember the details consciously, but maybe your mind already knows. It could be a younger version of you, feeling small, feeling uncertain, reaching for something that felt comforting, something that brought relief. And it's okay, because right now, in this moment, you can offer that younger version of yourself a sense of kindness, a feeling of safety. You're letting them know that it's all right, that you understand why they reached for food back then. But you also know that things have changed. You've grown stronger, wiser. And as you offer this reassurance, you might feel a soft wave of warmth spreading through your chest, a feeling of comfort that starts to dissolve old burdens. Just let that warmth expand now, maybe feeling like a gentle light in your heart, radiating outward, creating a sense of space and lightness where there once was heaviness. This light is yours, a source of inner strength that's been waiting just beneath the surface. And as you continue to breathe slowly, deeply, you might notice that it feels good, like a kind of relief you haven't felt in a long time. And this warmth, this light, it's growing stronger with every word, becoming more solid, more real. It's as if you're beginning to recognize it as your true self. The one that's free from the old pull toward food. The one that's found a new way to cope. A new sense of calm that's all your own. Now, as you become more aware of this new sense of identity, imagine a dial in your mind, a big, round dial that controls those old urges. It might be set at a 7 or an 8 right now, but I want you to imagine that. With each slow exhale, you're turning that dial down, just a little bit at a time. Maybe it goes from an 8 to a 7, then to a 6, becoming quieter, softer, less demanding. And each time you turn it down, you can feel a growing sense of control, a feeling of choice. You're becoming more aware of that choice now, like a strong, steady presence inside you. And maybe it feels like a deep-rooted confidence, one that's been there all along, just waiting to be rediscovered. This confidence is calm. It's steady, and it knows exactly how to respond to stress in a way that feels healthy, natural, and right for you. Let's imagine now that you're stepping forward into the future, moving toward a moment when you might have once felt the urge to eat in response to stress. But this time, something is different. You feel calm, centered, aware of that pause. You know that you have options. that you're no longer reacting automatically, but choosing consciously. And each time you choose, it feels good. It feels right, as if this new behavior was always meant to be yours. And as you move forward in time, let's take a moment to explore a few of those future moments, one by one. Maybe it's a day when you felt pressure building, but instead of reaching for food, you notice the calm rising within you, stronger than the stress itself. Maybe it's a different day when you feel tired, but instead of feeling pulled to eat, you find yourself breathing deeply, allowing that sense of warmth and light to spread. You might even imagine waking up one morning, weeks or months from now, feeling lighter, healthier, proud of how far you've come. Each day feels clearer, more empowered, as if you've stepped fully into this new reality. And it feels good, really good, to know that you're living this change now, in real time, not just imagining it, but being it. And now, let's create a powerful anchor for this new sense of freedom. Imagine placing your hand over your heart, feeling the warmth beneath your palm. This warmth represents your new identity, your new way of being. Each time you feel it, let it remind you of the choices you're now making. Choices that align with your highest good. Choices that feel deeply satisfying because they come from your true self. Let's take this warmth deeper now, letting it sink all the way into your core, as if it's becoming part of who you are. And as it settles in, you might feel a sense of completion, a feeling that something has shifted inside you, on a level that's both conscious and subconscious. It's as if a seed has been planted, one that's already beginning to grow stronger with each breath. Each moment of awareness. You can sense that the old patterns are fading, dissolving like mist in the morning sun. And this new identity, this sense of inner strength, it's becoming clearer, more solid, more real with every passing moment. And as you rest in this feeling of warmth and calm, it's as if everything is beginning to merge. The past, the present, and the future, all aligning in one continuous flow. You can sense a profound shift deep inside, like roots growing stronger beneath the surface, creating a new foundation that supports this transformation from the inside out. And it's in this deep, grounded place that you can now explore another layer of your inner experience, moving even deeper, as if you're diving into a still pool, feeling the coolness surround you, yet sensing the safety in its depths. As you continue to sink deeper, you may notice a kind of timelessness, as if you're drifting beyond the confines of hours and minutes, into a place where change happens naturally, effortlessly. Now, imagine a door appearing in front of you. It can look however you like. Maybe simple, maybe ornate. This door represents a deeper level of your subconscious, a space where more profound change can occur. When you're ready, go ahead and open that door, stepping through it slowly, feeling a sense of anticipation, like you're about to discover something important, something transformative. On the other side of this door, you find yourself in a room filled with mirrors. These mirrors reflect different versions of you, each one representing a different moment in time. You might see the child who first learned to use food as comfort, or the adolescent who found brief solace in eating during times of stress. You might even see more recent reflections, times when stress felt overwhelming and the need to eat was almost automatic. But as you look at these reflections now, there's no judgment, only understanding. You realize that each version of you was simply trying to find relief, to cope in the best way it knew how. And you feel a sense of compassion, a deep acceptance that releases any remaining guilt or shame. Take a moment to let this feeling of acceptance expand, as if it's filling up the entire room, surrounding each reflection with a soft, warm light. You can even reach out to one of those reflections, perhaps the one that feels most vulnerable, and offer a simple gesture of kindness, like a gentle smile or a reassuring touch. And as you do, something incredible happens. The reflection begins to shift, to soften, to transform. It's as if the old identity is dissolving right before your eyes, becoming lighter, less defined, replaced by a new sense of freedom and peace. This new version of you is clear, strong, and fully in control. It's a version that responds to stress in healthier ways, finding calm and balance without needing food as a crutch. Take a moment to let this new reflection grow stronger, clearer, more real in your mind. You might even notice that this new identity feels familiar, like coming home to a part of yourself that's always been there, just waiting to be rediscovered. And with each breath, this feeling becomes more solid, more rooted, as if you're planting a seed that will continue to grow long after this session ends. Now, let's step forward in time again. But this time, we're going to move further ahead into a moment when you've fully embraced this new way of being. Imagine yourself waking up one morning, feeling lighter, more energized, knowing that stress no longer has the same hold on you. You can sense the change in your body. Maybe your clothes fit better. Maybe your movements feel more fluid, more confident. And as you go about your day, you find yourself making choices that align perfectly with this new identity. You might even feel a sense of joy in saying no to the old urges. A feeling of empowerment that comes from knowing you're in control. And as you move through your day, you notice how natural this new behavior feels, almost as if it's been with you all along. You realize that this change isn't just a surface level shift. It's something much deeper, something that has taken root at the very core of who you are. Let's take this feeling even deeper now, letting it sink into your subconscious mind like a stone sinking to the bottom of a still pond. You can sense the ripples spreading outward, touching every part of your being, reinforcing the change at the cellular level. Imagine that you're holding a small, smooth stone in your hand, and this stone represents your commitment to this new way of living. As you hold it, you can feel its weight, its solidity, its permanence. This stone symbolizes the strength of your decision to embrace healthier coping mechanisms and to let go of the old habits that no longer serve you. Feel that sense of commitment growing inside you, becoming stronger, more determined, as if it's becoming a part of your very essence. And as you breathe in, let this commitment fill you up, expanding throughout your body, mind, and spirit. Now, as you rest in this powerful sense of commitment, let's move forward one more time into a moment when stress arises again. But this time, something has shifted. You feel a new sense of calm, a kind of inner strength that's unshakable. This calm is like a warm shield, protecting you from the old triggers, keeping you grounded and clear. You notice that the urge to eat is much weaker now, like a faint whisper in the distance, barely noticeable. Instead, you feel drawn toward other ways of finding relief. Maybe it's taking a deep breath. Maybe it's going for a short walk, or even just letting the stress pass through you, knowing it's temporary. And as this feeling of calm becomes stronger, you realize that it's not just a temporary change. It's a permanent shift in how you relate to stress, food, and yourself. You feel a sense of pride, a kind of quiet confidence that lets you know you've truly changed. Let's reinforce this even more now by planting a powerful suggestion deep within your subconscious mind. I am in control. I respond to stress in healthy ways. I am free from the old patterns of binge eating. Repeat this phrase in your mind, letting it echo like a mantra, letting it sink deeper with each repetition, becoming a core belief that shapes your thoughts, your actions, and your reality. And as you keep repeating this mantra, you might notice a shift in your body language. Maybe you sit up a bit straighter. Maybe your breathing becomes even slower, more relaxed. This physical shift represents the mental and emotional transformation that's happening right now. A transformation that's becoming stronger, more solid, more real with each passing moment. Now, take a moment to fully absorb everything you've experienced in this session. The shifts in identity, the deeper connection to your true self, the newfound sense of control over stress and food. You might even feel a sense of gratitude. Gratitude for the journey you've taken. Gratitude for the strength you've found within yourself. And as you let this gratitude fill you up, know that it's not just a feeling. It's a part of who you are now. It's a part of your new identity, the one that's free from old patterns, the one that's fully in control. Before we finish, let's lock in everything you've learned, felt, and experienced here. Imagine a golden light surrounding you. A light that represents everything you've gained in this session. As you breathe in, let this light fill you up completely, sealing in the changes, making them a permanent part of your being. Feel this light becoming stronger, brighter, as if it's radiating from the very core of who you are. You know that this change is real. It's lasting. It's you. And when you're ready, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, let this light expand outward, touching every part of your life, every part of your future, bringing this transformation into full reality. Now, as you slowly begin to return to normal awareness, remember to take a moment to read the post-session incantation. It will lock in everything we've done here, intensifying the results even further.